Hello everyone, I'm so happy to see you again. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to chat about something a bit more practical than I have before. A little while ago I made a video about, that we're all made to be creative and we're all, like, this is part of our identity and stuff, and I realized that I might have left you hanging a little bit on that video, because I've spoken to a lot of people and I find a general problem is like, yes, I hear you, I believe you, that's exciting, wow, I'm really buying into what you're saying right now, but how do I do it? And today I want to give you a few little tips, things that have worked for me when I really wanted to start something new, when I wanted to try something. How do I do it and how do I go about it? So today I've got 5 little tips that I want to share with you. Okay, so tip number 1 is plan. Now this is probably the most important thing to start with before you do anything, is you have to plan. Like, I always tell people, I hear what you want to do, but when are you going to do it? And then it's like, I don't know, I'm not sure. Oh, when I have it, life's really busy, and that is just the reality of it. Life is busy. If you want to do something, if you want to do something specific, you're going to have to plan for it. It's going to have to be in your calendar. It's going to have to be a designated time. What often happens to me is, like, I'll think about something on like Tuesday and be like, oh yes, this weekend I would love to draw that picture that I've been meaning to draw. And then it gets to the weekend and suddenly there's just other plans that have crept up and stuff that I've said yes to because it wasn't a scheduled time. It wasn't in my diary for me to be like, listen, I would love to meet you at this time, but I have to be home by this time because I have scheduled something. So tip number 1 is to plan, to make sure that that time is a designated, set aside time for you to work on something. It has to be scheduled. Please do not think that you will just have time. We all know this is true. Life is hectic. We need to schedule and manage our time well. Okay, so tip number 2 might seem like a strange one, but I actually want to encourage you to invest. Invest something into what you want to try. So let's say you want to get back to painting. Let's say you used to paint a long time ago and you really want to try it again. I want to encourage you to actually go down to your local art store and go buy a brush. Go buy a really pretty color that's in their new range of paints that they have. Go and invest something, because I find that just encourages you that when you come home, you actually want to try it out. You want to see, hey, how does this thing work? Go buy a new brush. How does this brush work? What kind of effect am I going to get here? Now I want to try, which makes me want to plan as well. So they really go together. So I want to encourage you, actually invest. Invest some of your hard-earned money into something. And look, if that is not possible, if life is a bit tough at the moment, I completely understand. But still, like, I would say go down to your local art store and have a walk around. Just have a look around. You're going to walk away so inspired. I think that's the one thing that stirs my creativity more than anything, is to just walk around in spaces that have stuff that I'm actually interested in trying. Because there's always something new that you're not really sure how it works with. When did this even come out? I don't know. And it stirs your creativity of, let me try what I have, and then once I've got that, maybe I'll go get that as well. So tip number 2 is invest. Tip number 3 is to prepare. Now, this for me personally is a very important step, because let's be honest, I don't have like the cleanest workspace necessarily. I'm the kind of person that when I'm done with something, I put it down and then I kind of leave it there. So if you're kind of like that person, and let's say the space that you would do whatever you want to do, let's say you want to start sculpting or you want to start drawing and start painting, but you need a space for it, I want to say prepare your space. Really, like, go there ahead of time before you even want to sit down. That morning before you come home after work, if that's when you scheduled your time. The morning of the Saturday afternoon that you want to do it. Go to your space, clear it out, put stuff away, make sure that you have space so that when your time comes to sit down, you can just sit down and start. It's honestly, it's one thing that has probably stopped me more than anything, is when I get to my desk, I'm like, oh man, there's a book here and there's stuff. You know what? Never mind. I don't have time to still clean the space and then to start. I want to say prepare your environment. Get away, like declutter. Get rid of everything that's distracting so you can sit and you can focus on what you want to do. Have your clay ready there if that's what you want to try. Have your paintbrush there ready if that's what you want to do. Have it there in your space ready for you so that when the time comes to sit down, you can just sit down and work. So preparing your space, number 3, is very important. Just to actually get you to sit down and follow through with your plan. Because it's all good to plan, it's all good to invest, but if you don't follow it through, then what are we even doing here? So I would say prepare your environment so that you're more encouraged to sit down and follow through with what you plan to do. Tip number 4 might seem like a strange one as well, but I want to say don't compare. It seems like an obvious thing, but what do we normally do when we want to try something? You hop onto Pinterest, you hop onto the internet, and we have a quick browse and we want to see what's out there, how can I do it? Though that's not a bad thing. It is so good to do research. It's so good to get inspired by people who do things like, I love, like I've got so many artistic Pinterest boards of stuff I want to try that I haven't tried yet. It is such a good thing, but I want to say limit that time. Limit the time that you're on the web, that you're browsing other artists. Limit it a little bit, because what can easily happen, and maybe this isn't a tip for everyone, but for me it is very important that I limit the amount of time I spend looking at other people's work. Because what I start to do is I start wanting to do what they've done, which is not my style already. Like, I can really appreciate when someone does something different, but it doesn't mean that I'm supposed to do the same thing. So it either limits me in that I feel like I have to do it that way because that's the right way and that's the way I like it. Or whatever I create, I'm not fully satisfied with because I've seen this amazing thing, this amazing perfect artwork, and I just compare it to that. And I feel dissatisfied with whatever I made. So I want to say, do get inspired by people. Look at other people's, spend time on YouTube, watch some tutorials, look at what people are doing. There are amazing people on this platform who are super talented, that have a lot to give. But I want to say limit that time. Don't get too caught up in looking at other people's stuff that you never get to your own. It's so important to get the line right. Because when that stuff starts messing with your head, because let's be honest, you're starting to create something that maybe you haven't done before or you haven't done in a really long time. So there's already a bit of a, this could be hard. We already tend to overthink it a little bit. So don't make it harder for yourself by getting too caught up by other people. So number 4, very important, please don't compare yourself with other people. Okay. Tip number 5, last but not least, and that is to enjoy. Seriously, enjoy whatever you're going to try. And with this, I want to encourage you that, let's say, you really want to try sculpting. Like, this is something you really want to do. Wow, you've seen the YouTube videos, you're so excited about it, it's something you want to try. But you don't have any clay, you just have a few pencils, so you're like, I don't have clay, I guess I'll just grab a few pencils and try that. Please don't do that to yourself. Don't go with what you have just because you have it. Try something. If you're going to step out, if you're going to put yourself out there, even just for yourself, because let's be honest, even vulnerability to self is sometimes a bit hard when you want to create something. That blank page can be very intimidating. Try something that you really, really want to try, and you're more likely to enjoy it. Don't just do something firstly because other people are doing it, or because it's just stuff you have lying around, so you guess you'll just settle for it, even though your heart's not really there. Go for something that your heart is in. Try something that you really want to try, and enjoy it. If you enjoy spending time alone a lot, then this is a perfect time for you to just shut down, be quiet, like have this time on your own. Sociable person. Get some friends over, do it together, man. Have some fun. That is the point that I try to make with all of these videos, is it's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to be enjoying yourself. You're not supposed to be comparing. It's not supposed to be this big competition. We're all just out here trying to express ourselves the best we are, and we're all different. Which is why it's so disheartening when I see people look at someone else's work and they're like, oh man, I can't do that. No, you can't. Like, exactly. You're not going to do it exactly like that. You can do the exact same style, and trust me, it's going to be different because it came from you and you are an individual. And so that's what I want to encourage you with all of these videos, with everything that I'm doing on this channel, is I want to encourage you to try it for yourself, to express who you are, to not get too caught up in what everyone else is doing and what I am doing or all the other channels you're subscribed to are doing. Do you. Seriously, do you and enjoy it. Have some fun. And post it on Instagram. Tag me in it. I'd love to see. To wrap up, the top 5 tips are: number 1, plan. Put it in your diary, schedule that time, because it's not just gonna happen. Number 2, invest. Go to a local store, buy something new. Just walk around if you need to, but invest some time, invest some money. Number 3, prepare. Prepare your environment. Do not walk into a cluttered room and think something's going to happen. Nobody wants to clean just before they need to create something. It's honestly, it's not going to work. Number 4, don't compare. It's good to spend time on creative platforms looking at other people's work. It's really good, but limit that time. Do not end up comparing what you're doing with someone else. And number 5 is enjoy. Have fun. Do something you really want to do because you want to do it. Not because everyone else is doing it, not because your neighbor's doing it. Do it because you want to do it. Alright? Got it? Good. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a like. If there's any other tips that you have, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more, remember to subscribe. Thank you so much. Goodbye!